Hey guys, we're back. So this is the second video. I received my other ribbon. I don't know if you guys have watched my other video, but I did replace a ribbon that goes in here on this front display part into this area here. Now, we got the radio to turn on and work. The tilt works, but the faceplate doesn't want to close. So we're not sure if it's a motor issue or it's the second ribbon. So we did receive our second ribbon today, so we're going to go ahead and replace it. Now that ribbon consists of, it goes in here to this display and then it goes into the board, so the repair's a little bit easier. So hopefully this won't be a long video. So anyways, let me go ahead, bring in a little bit and we'll get started. So the first step we're going to do obviously is we got to take the cover off of here, so we're just going to go ahead and remove that real quick. Off the screw back here. And then we're going to go ahead and get a little screwdriver and pry up the top. Get that cover, move it out of the way. Next, we're going to take off the two screws that are inside of here. They're both Phillips. I'll take those off. There's one. And make sure you're using a magnetic tip on here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift up this CD thing and we're just going to move it to the side. Now for this, I mean, you could take the CD player off if you want to just take these pieces off and take it out. You don't really need to, but just for purposes of being able to see a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to release the two little pegs right here. That side and then the other side. I'm going to go ahead and slide that ribbon out. Move it out of the way. Now that's not necessary, but it's just for you guys to be able to see a little bit better in here. I'm going to go ahead and do so. Now, the next step what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take this. This is the ribbon we need to replace. So I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to go ahead and just push the ribbon out of the way. Okay? Now, next step what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate these gears on the side. We're going to flatten the face out. So as you're rotating these gears right here backwards, it's rotating this front face to almost lay flat. Okay? Now, I'm not going to lay it all the way flat because I do need to remove this bar. And the reason we need to remove this bar is because we need to go ahead and unsnap the front part of his face. That's where this thing is. So we're going to turn to the side. And we're going to take off these two screws right here. One's the little gold one up on top, and then the little black one. So the side, we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the one up on top. Screw that. And then take the little black one off as well. That one and that one, okay? We do need to take this trim off here. I was already forgetting about that because I forgot that I put it back on. So we're just going to unsnap it and flip it over. And we're just going to unclip it from all the sides. Flip it over. Clip from there, there, and there. And then the last one is right here. Sorry guys, I forgot that I put this trim. I thought I hadn't put it back on because this repair wasn't completely done. Okay, so the next step, now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to lift that up. And the ribbon actually slides through a spot right down in here. So we want to go ahead and pull that ribbon out. And then let's set that piece aside. Now, let's rotate this this faceplate back up, going towards you, because we want to unclip the top part of this display right here. So we're going to take our little flat screwdriver, and there's a spot there and there's a spot there, just like that, just like that, and that's all we're going to do right there. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate this face, going backwards again. We're going to rotate it down so that the face flattens itself all the way down. Now once it's as far down as you can get it, this piece should just come right off. Okay? Move that aside. 2 screws right here. We get the display out and we're into the ribbon. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this screw right here to the left side of the display. That over here, and then the right side. Now this is the easier of the 2 ribbons to replace. So we're going to go ahead and try to flip this over here, and we're just going to remove this ribbon that's right here. So I'll flip this so you can see it. So I'm just flipping the whole radio over so you can see a little bit better. So what we're going to do here is we're going to release there and right there. So we're going to go ahead and push up on the little brown tabs there, black tabs. And then we're just going to lift up right here on the ribbon, and then we're going to pull it out. And now we're going to grab our new ribbon. So this is the old one. We'll grab the new ribbon, and we're going to match it up. So the way it's sitting in there is that's going right up in there. So we're going to put it in here like this. Slide it in there. And then you can hold it right here with your finger as you lock those 2 little spots. Now let's make sure it's all the way in. Flip the face, and then we're going to route it right inside of here, right inside of that little hole right there. We're going to route it in there. It's got to go in here, and then it's got to go. Okay, so we've just reattached the ribbon back to the board here. Now we need to rotate this display and put the ribbon in through this little hole right here, like so. Pull that through, lay down the little display, pull that ribbon through. That's going to lay like that. And then we're going to take this thing, and then we're going to feed the ribbon in through there, okay? Once we go ahead and mount the 2 screws there. So we're going to go ahead and put these 2 screws back in here. So these ones right here. The one on the right side. On the left side. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and route this ribbon through here. Put that back on like that. Let's take our little cover. Clean, at least on the inside, and then this thing will go back on here. Should just snap back into place, and then we're going to rotate this back up. Actually, no, let's leave it down. Let's leave it down so that we can attach the ribbon in the back. because it'll give us a little bit more. We don't have to be pulling it through. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to try to put that ribbon right back on there. When I open it up, try to close. And you're just not getting it open enough. Okay. There we go. Slid it in there, hold it down, and let's carefully push these back closed. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this cover, this top piece back on here. There's a little opening right in here that you got to make sure that this thing sits in. Look at the bottom of the radio. It goes in right through there. It's got like a little, like a tab on this piece, and it's got to make sure that's how you know it's sitting in there right. We're going to go ahead and put these side screws back on here. We had the black one and then the gold one. Put the black one in first. Tiny little gold one. Let's flip it over. In. The black one back in there. Then we can rotate the face back up. And then that'll rotate this back closed. Well, not closed, but up till there. And then we'll go ahead and put our CD back in here. Same thing, make sure that these little tabs are open. Try to slide the ribbon in there. Away the camera here. My fingers or my hands or anything. So once you slide it in there, you don't see any of the silver connections on there. Try to close it. Just keep going back and forth till you get it closed. Go ahead and then lay that back in there. Now make sure here on the side there's like a little grounding thing. If yours comes off, make sure that you put it right back down on there. That doesn't come off. And then we're going to put the two screws here in the front. On the right side. And then get our cover. Put that back on. Back screw. Put it back on. And if you want to put the trim on right now, you can go ahead and do so. Just lift it up. Back into place. And that's pretty much it. That's how you replace it. Alright, so we got this thing wired back up to our power supply. Go ahead and turn it on.
Tim Hale, 32 years old, now his third season with the Padres. Last year, 78 relief appearances to lead the...
Let's see if this thing will do anything. No, it does not. So that ribbon does not control this part of the face, so it's probably a motor issue on this. So I took this thing apart, trying to figure out why this mechanism's not working, thinking it was in the ribbons, because a lot of them, some other units that are, you know, made by Kenwood, generally when the ribbon breaks, this motorized part stops working. But this one is different. This unit here, I'll show you. That one right there, that black gear right there. This thing is, it's actually stripped out. Is that close, I guess? This part of it's good. The part over here by where the teeth are at is bad. And that's what's causing this face not to rotate. I already went ahead and replaced both ribbons. Now this radio didn't turn on, so once I replaced the first ribbon, I got everything to light up and everything, and I think I just replaced this ribbon today, and it didn't do anything, so I bet my other ribbon's still good. But I wanted to take this apart, and in order to get to that, I had to pull this little mechanism off the side, like 2 screws there, bring it over, and that kind of sits over there on that one of those gears there. I also had to pull this little cover off, which was fun. That goes behind here. There's 2 little bolts there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find anything for this unless I can find a used unit to repair this, but at least I know what it is. I mean, the unit works, it just doesn't rotate closed. It just kind of stays open in this position, and then the tilt, it'll tilt up. No, it'll tilt down, but then it won't tilt back up because those gears are stripped right there. But anyways, thought maybe I'd throw that out there in case any of you guys are thinking about repairing something like this. Anyways, thanks for watching.